Hello grade 9s and welcome back to lesson 14 of The Giver. We're reading chapter 14 today. The tone of the novel shifts dramatically in this chapter. Up until now, despite a few exclusions, the memories have been quite pleasant. Snow, rainbows, sunshine, even the sunburn was just a stinging annoyance. But in chapter 14, the Giver stops protecting Jonas. He decides it is time for Jonas to understand the true cost of his assignment. Today we will analyze the theme of suffering and how it relates to wisdom. We will also look at a major plot development involving the baby, Gabriel. This Giver starts with something familiar, the sled. The first ride was about balance and joy. There was soft snow, thrill, enjoyment. But this second memory is much different. It's about hard ice, terror, lack of control, and agony. The sensory imagery changes from soft snow to bluish ice. Jonas loses control. The runners skid. He crashes. The author uses violent imagery here. Jonas hears the crack of bone. He feels pain like a hatchet slicing his leg. He vomits from the agony. This serves a narrative purpose. It destroys Jonas's innocence. He realizes that the snow memory wasn't just a fun toy. He realizes that nature is actually dangerous. When Jonas wakes up on the bed, he begs for relief of pain medication. The Giver says no, and Jonas has to limp home. He has to sit at the dinner table while his leg throbs with the ghost of the broken bone. This highlights Jonas's isolation. His father asks him if he's okay, but Jonas realizes that his father has never felt any pain. Pain creates a barrier between Jonas and his community. His father cannot understand him. He is suffering for them, but they don't even know it. Jonas asks a question. Why? Why? Jonas asked him after he had received a torturous memory in which he had been neglected and unfed. The hunger had caused excruciating spasms in his empty, distended stomach. Why do we have to suffer like this? Jonas asks. The Giver's answer explains the dark logic of their society. It gives us wisdom. But there is a deeper, more disturbing reason hidden in his explanation. It is not just about advice, it is about containment. The Giver admits that the elders don't want the memories. They don't want the wisdom if it comes to pain. The receiver is acting like a human shield. He absorbs the agony of the entire human race, hunger, war, and grief, so that the citizens can live shallow, happy lives. The wisdom is almost a side effect. The real function of the receiver is to be a rubbish bin for human suffering, keeping the community pure and unburdened. They sacrificed one person's soul to buy peace for everyone else. The Giver gives a specific example. Years ago, the committee wanted to increase the population. They wanted birth mothers to have 4 babies instead of 3. It seemed like a logical idea. But the Giver accessed a memory of hunger. He saw centuries of starvation. He saw that overpopulation leads to war, people fighting over food. He didn't tell the elders about the pain. He just told them, don't do it. Critical analysis of this? This proves that the community's utopia is fragile. They are safe only because the Giver remembers the danger for them. They are like children who are stopped from touching a hot stove by a parent. Now let's look at the plot. Gabriel is not sleeping well. He is at risk of being released. Jonas suggests putting Gabriel's crib in his room, and during the night, Gabriel cries. Jonas pats his back and without thinking, transmits a memory of a calm sailboat on a lake. Gabriel stops crying and sleeps. Jonas began to remember the wonderful sail that the Giver had given him not long before. A bright, breezy day on a clear turquoise lake, and above him the white sail of the boat billowing as he moved along in the brisk wind. Why is this such an important moment? It shows us 2 things about Jonas's character. Firstly, he is breaking rules to save a life. He is becoming a giver himself. And also, he's keeping this a secret. Jonas decides not to tell even the Giver about what he's done. So, Jonas is keeping secrets now. This shows that his independence is growing. Now for your turn. For your must-do, I want you to create a comparison table from the 2 sled memories. Contrast the description of the snow and the feeling of the ride. Quote from the novel when you do this. Why does the Giver refuse Jonas's request for pain medication? For your should-do, I want you to write a paragraph explaining how the memory of hunger saved the community. Start by mentioning what change the elders wanted to make. And for your aspire to do, I want you to write a short persuasive argument answering this question. Is the community's use of a receiver of memory an act of cowardice? Good luck. and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.